cloud. All right, we are recording. So if you're just joining us, first part of the warm-up right here is just mini squats, okay? We're loosening up our quads. We're getting our hip joints, our knee joints loosened up in preparation for the exercises we are going to be doing today. Just a few more here. One thing to be mindful of, we do want to engage our core. So today we're not going to be having any specific core exercises, but you can work your core throughout the entire routine. And how you do that is you're going to bring your belly button into your spine. I can't very well demonstrate for you right now, but you want to keep this area nice and tight. Bring belly button into the spine. Feel those muscles contract and hold that nice tight core throughout this entire routine. So I'm going to be cueing you to do that as we go. Okay, let's continue with our warm up. We want to do high knees. So just alternating. We're using our arms as well. Go as high as you can. They might be down here, and that's perfectly fine. And let's say what I'm doing is beneath you. You know, this is too not as advanced as you would like it. Just pick it up. Pick up the speed. This is your time, so go at your own pace. Remember to tighten that core. So I said earlier that these exercises are ones you can do at home, like I am. I'm just using this small space in my living room. We're not going to be running around, anything like that. But you could also take these to the gym. So if you're a person that goes to the gym, you can certainly take what you learned today with you and probably amp it up a notch at the gym with the weights that they have there, maybe the bands or the cable machine that they would have. Okay, let's shake it out, shake it out. Okay, I'm going to teach you a hamstring stretch that's not static, so not this number here where we just stand and bend over. This is going to be a dynamic stretch where it's involved movement with it, okay? I'm going to tilt the screen down. Since I am, ooh, there's my puppy dog. Since I am at home, I kind of have to move the computer around, so just bear with me on that. But what you're going to do is start on the right foot, take that right leg forward, straight knee, toes pointed to the ceiling. I want you to scoot down the back of your leg and switch. Scoot down and switch. You should feel a stretch all the way down the back of your leg from your hamstring to your calf. And like I said, this is a dynamic stretch because we're moving with it. We are not just standing stationary. We've got movement going on. As you can see in the background here, I like to decorate with toddler toys. I have a sleeping toddler upstairs, and that's another reason why we have picked this time for the exercise class on Tuesdays, because that's his nap time, and the ladies that come have been so kind to work with me on his ever-changing sleep schedule, seems to be. But it's been good. Good to get to know the ladies that come weekly, and they get to know each other. Okay, so last piece of our routine, tilt you back up, our warm-up routine is just jogging in place, okay? So like I said, this is not going to be high impact, low impact, but if you're more advanced than what I'm showing right now, take this speed up just a little bit. If you want to get a little extra cardio out of this, feel free to do so. If this speed is too much, take it down. Go back into a little march. You find what works for you. And that's what we like to do in the class as well. We've gotten to know each other, myself and the attendees, well enough to where they can say, hang on, can you, my knee is bothering me, show me a different way, that sort of thing. I see the Amazon guy is here, so Sadie might start barking, hopefully not. But if she does, that's what's going on. Okay. Now let's take it into a march. So letting our heart rates come down a little bit from that pickup there with the jogging in place. While we're doing this, let me just tell you why. I've got some notes written down in front of me. That's what I'm looking at in my cheat sheet of what's coming up next. But let's talk about why we are doing this today. Why are we talking about glutes? Having a whole routine about glutes today. One, strong glutes are going to help you avoid injuries. They help you in your everyday life, whether it's out gardening, pushing a lawnmower, or even if you have a desk job, if you have strong glutes, that's going to help get your low back stronger, your hamstring stronger too, everywhere all around these glutes, and just help you prevent injuries in your everyday life. All right, so what do we have to start? We are going to start with standing exercises. Then we're going to the floor. Then we're coming back into standing. And we just warmed up. You always want to do that, whether or not that's like what we did, jogging in place, being on a treadmill, or even doing modified, slowed down versions of the exercises you're going to do. So earlier we did mini squats to start out. Well, now we're going to jump right into full squats. So we warmed up with those mini squats. Now let's jump right in to full-on squatting. So like I said earlier, I've got 5 pounds and 3 pounds that I have available to use. I'm going to show you some different options that you can use if you don't have weights, if you do have weights, or if you want to work your arms but don't have weights at all. So first things first, if you don't want to use or don't want to work your arms at the same time, you just want to focus on the squat, put your hands on your hips. Second option, if you don't have weights but you would like to work your shoulders, you're going to put your hands on your head. So you're keeping your shoulders up above gravity. You're not holding weights, but you're holding your arms up against gravity, which is going to work your shoulders. Now, if you do have weights, you can hold them here at your chest. Okay, I'm going to tilt you guys down just a hair so you can see my feet set up. Okay, so let's see. We've got, all right, just checking my cheat sheet again. So for this, you don't necessarily need to see my face. I'm going to be holding my weights right here. So I'm just going to keep you guys like this for our squat. Let's have our feet pointed just slightly out. We don't want to go way out like this. We're not going straight forward either, just a little bit here out to the side. And our hips are just slightly out from hip width, okay? So we're not going into a sumo squat, which is way wide. We're just going somewhere right in the middle of straight on down and then way out. So just barely out of hip width here. And again, with squatting, we want to sit down like we're going into a chair and back up. Okay, let's begin. We're going to do 3 sets of 10 on this. Here we go in 3, 2, and 1. Down and up. Here's 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. First set is complete. On this next set, as you come up, I want you to squeeze those glutes when you get to the top. So really feel those glutes fire. And as you come up, think about pushing through your heel. Okay, so really be mindful of pushing up. Now let's say that you're having a little bit of trouble and you feel that your heels are coming off the ground as you go deeper and deeper. Make your squat just a little bit shorter. And you can also use support, like the back of a couch or chair if you need to. Okay, here we go for round 2, 10. And 1. Squeeze the glutes at the top, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. We have one more set. Before we start with that one, I'm going to remind you to be mindful of your core. Bring that belly button into spine and keeping this area nice and tight, under control. All right, here we go for the last round. And step back for 1, 2, here's 3, 4, 5, here's 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Okay, shake it out, get you some water. I'm going to be checking the Q&A periodically just to make sure, that no one has anything new. All right, good. If you do have anything you want to say or want me to slow down, anything like that, type it in the Q&A box or the chat and I will see it. All right, let me get some water. All right, next up, we have reverse lunges. So again, can't see my head right here, but that's okay. I've got this right here that I can use for support. If you're near your couch, use the back of it if you need to, or a chair, whatever you've got nearby that can help you if you need some extra support. What we're going to do with reverse lunge, let's start on the right leg. We're going to take the right leg back, sink down, bring it forward, and just tap in front of you. And again, tap, and again. Okay, just like that. Notice I'm using my support as needed. Another thing you can do is keep your focus on something stationary in front of you that will help you keep your balance. All right, here we go. We're going with the right leg back. Now, play around if you've never done these before with the depth. So you might not be able to go real low. Just keep it where it's comfortable, okay? Here we go. Be mindful of your core. First set of 10. Down for 1. Here's 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Catch your breath if you need to, like I do. We're going to switch sides. We're going to scoot up because Miss Thing back here is not giving me much room. And we're going to take the left leg back. We're just going to do 2 sets of 10 on each leg. So round 2 for this exercise, round 1 for the left leg. Here we go. Back. Now for 1. Here's 2, 3, 4, this is 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. That was 10. I feel like I got off of my numbers there just a little bit, but that's okay. Maybe we missed one and you're off the hook for 1. All right, here we go. Round 2 on the right leg. Right leg's going back. See if this time you can challenge yourself just a little bit by sinking down further, or maybe using less support. Really working on your balance. So this is a time where we're killing 2 birds with 1 stone, working on balance and strengthening our glutes. Okay, so she's going to stretch out even more. All right, right leg is going back. Here's 1. Bring that foot forward, just tap. 2. This is 3. Here's 4. 5. 6. 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay, catch your breath. If you guys ever need to take a pause, just do so. I mean, I obviously can't see you guys, so it wouldn't matter anyway, but this is for you. This is a learning experience. So go at your own pace. If you need to sit down, take a break, please do so. All right, left leg now is gonna go back. Hopefully I have enough room. Let's see. All right, last one here. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Okay. All right, so there's our reverse lunges. Let me check the hands. Okay, we're good. All right, so lunges you can do walking lunges, standing lunges, forward or back. Today we did back lunges. You know, if you have more space or you're at the gym, you can do walking lunges too. So what we chose today is one variation of a lunge. And you can also hold weights at your side too if you wanted to amp it up. Okay, what do we have next? All right, we're gonna work the side of our glute. So we've really been focused on the back portion of our glute, the one that looks good from behind in our jeans when you're looking at it straight on, but hey, we want to work the side of our glute too for multiple reasons. Not only to look good in jeans, but to keep us stronger and to protect our hip joint. And like I said earlier, prevent injuries. I'm going to get some water and let's keep it going. So coming back to my supportive area, let me tilt you down again just so you can see what you need to see, which is my feet. Coming back to the support area, I'm going to keep one hand on here. And what we want to do, let's again start with the right leg working. I'm going to face this way, but we want that standing leg, which is going to be our left, to be slightly bent at the knee. But we want this leg, the working leg, to be straight. And you can kind of hopefully see that my right foot is going to be pointed out and kind of down. Okay, so let me face you and show you. So this number right here, so you can see the inside of my foot is facing the camera right now. So I'm going to face this way. My foot is pointed out and down. And what we're going to do is we are going to kick out to the side right here. Again, that stance leg is going to have a bent knee, and we're going to have a straight leg with a pointed toe, foot turned out on this working leg, the right leg. Be mindful of your core, get that engaged. Here we go in 3, 2, 1, we're going for 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, I'm slowing it down, 6, 7, 8, here's 9, here's 10. So that's one thing I have to be mindful of, is taking it a little bit slower, not trying to rush through the exercise. Okay, so when we do everything slow and controlled, that helps us keep our form. And I have to remind myself of that. Like I said, let's do right leg is going to be stance leg now. Slightly bent knee. Now that left leg turns out. Your left foot is going to turn out with a pointed toe. Here we go for 10. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Caught myself doing it again, going so fast. Okay, so sometimes when we have our exercise class on Tuesdays, we sometimes go for time. Sometimes we count out loud like we are today. It's just whatever kind of the routine is for the day and how the exercises would fit better. Sometimes they fit better if you go for time, like 30 seconds each exercise, or if you count out loud. So whatever you decide to do at home, it would be perfectly fine. You know, whatever works best for you, either time or counting. All right, here we go. Back to the right leg, working on that side of the glute. In 3, 2, and 1. 1, 2, 3, 4. Here's 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. This is 10. You can tell too that stance leg is getting a good workout. So that's kind of sneaky that way, that exercise. You're thinking you're only working one leg, that one that's standing is doing some work as well. You'll be able to feel it. Okay, last time working this left leg. Here we go for kickouts in 3, 2, and 1. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. This is 8, 9, and 10. Woo, speaking of that stance leg, my right leg is starting to shake on that last one. So definitely working it. All right, so we did our standing. So that's our first bout of standing exercises. We're gonna come down to the mat. Let's take a quick pause here and do a few stretches. So you might could tell that your quads were actually working a little bit too, especially when we had them standing, standing on one leg, and then also with those lunges. So let me show you a quick quad stretch while we catch our breath. Take, if you can, go ahead and take one leg behind you like this, if it's comfortable. If it's not comfortable, just use this time to catch your breath and take a quick rest. But as you can see, I'm still hanging on to something for balance. And then just bringing that leg gently behind me, stretching the front of my leg. Some deep breaths here. Let's switch sides. Okay, let's do a few of those dynamic hamstring calf stretches that we did in our warm-up. So reaching down and back up, alternating here, like you're scooping along the back of your leg. We really have worked those big muscle groups in a short period of time, so it's good to stretch them this way in the middle of our routine. And one more. Okay, everybody, take your time coming down to the floor. If you need to go get your yoga mat, a blanket, some rolled up towels if you need that to support your wrist or your knees, and I'll meet you down on the floor. And for these, you don't need any weights, so don't worry about bringing those down. Okay, bring down here. Okay, I'm gonna have to turn you just slightly so that I have a little extra room. Get some water. You check the chat box one more time. Okay, we're still good. All right, got my cheat sheet down here. Let's get on the floor, laying on our back. We are going to start with a glute bridge. So I'm gonna do some adjusting here. Okay, so if you've gone through our core program at TurningPoint, you've probably done a core bridge where we typically like to say, have your glutes be like a grape and not a raisin. So, but today we're doing a glute bridge, so we want those glutes to be like a raisin and really squeeze. So just try to take that out of your mind if that's what you've always thought with a bridge. Today we're going to do a simple glute bridge, which is great for beginners. Okay, this is a great exercise and that you can also build upon. So I'll tell you how to do that as we go. So here I go, laying down. Oh, all right. So you can see me okay? Think so? All right. Let's start with 3 sets of 10 of these glute bridges. And how we do this, before we start counting, I'm going to show you. Your knees or your legs here, they're hip width apart. Okay, so they're not way out here. They're just about hip width apart. Feet are flat on the ground. Relax your arms by your side. And from here, we are going to lift up. When you reach the top, squeeze those glutes. Give them an extra squeeze. Tighten them just a little bit more. And bring them on down nice and slow. Okay, so we want slow, controlled movements the whole thing. Again, we're pushing up through our heels. So imagine that you're using your heels to lift up, squeezing those glutes at the top, and slow lower down. One way to progress this, if you're more advanced than what I'm showing, you can always go single leg, if you like, if you're up for that. Or if you have a weight, you could always set a weight or a heavy medicine ball right here to give you some extra weight to have to push up. I got some extra weight right here in my belly, so that's what I'm going to count that for sure. All right, here we go. 10 reps in 3, 2, and 1. Squeeze at the top for 1, 2, 3, 4. Here's 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay, slow, lower down. Let's catch our breath. After this next set of 10, on number 10, hold it there. And we're going to do little pulses, 10 little pulses after our next, and it'll be easy for me to show you. Don't have to really demonstrate those, but after our 10, we're going to pause and hold it for a second, and little bitty pulse bridges at the very top. All right, here we go. Starting off with regular bridges, next set of 10. Lift up for 1 and squeeze those glutes. 2. Here's 3. Here's 4. 5. Here's 6. 7. 8. 9. Remember, hold it. 10, hold it here, and let's pulse for a little drop down. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Slow lower down. So you can see on that pulse that we didn't come all the way back down. We just went just a smidge down and back up to really amplify working those glutes. Okay? We're going to do that one more time for 10. All right, here we go in 3, 2, and 1. 1. Ooh, all the way down. 2. 3. 4. Here's 5. 6. 7. 8. Here's 9. Here's 10. All right, last set of pulses. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Slow lower down. Okay, by now you should be able to really feel those glutes kicking in, and mine, I know, are definitely on fire. So we're doing a great job. I know typically you wouldn't, most of us at least, don't really work one muscle group every time we work out, but I wanted to show you all different ways you can work your glutes so that you can incorporate them into another routine. Let's say if you want to do arms and glutes one day or core and glutes. All these exercises are easily plugged into a different routine. Okay, moving on. What do we have? All right, we've got clamshells. Let me check our time. All right, good. We are at 31 minutes of exercise. So let's keep it going. Clamshells. Now this is going to work that side of the glute we did earlier when we were kicking out. We stood up. I want you to lay on your side. I'm going to start by laying on my right side. You have a couple of different options. You can lay like this, or you can lay all the way out like this. Sadie has chose to lay her head all the way down. Okay, I'm going to hold myself up like this so I can see the camera pretty good. And what we're going to be doing, we're going to have our knees stacked and our feet stacked. Hips are bent to 90 degrees. Knees are bent at 90 degrees. One right on top of the other. So hips right on top of the other, knees and feet. One way that you could amplify this, you could, if you have them laying around your house, you could put a band. So a circle band, or one that you tie, one that maybe you got from TurningPoint, right above the knee joint. Not at the knee joint, right above. And that would help you take this exercise to the next level. But for now, what I'm going to be showing you is without any weight, okay? And let's be mindful of our core on this one. So keep that core engaged, nice and tight, so that we're not rocking and rolling at the top, but we're keep everything nice and neutral and stabilized here, and really only moving right here at the hip. Starting at 10, in 3, 2, and 1. We go for 1, 2, this is 3, 4, 5, slow lower down. This makes 6, 7, 8, 9, here's 10. Take a quick breather, stretch that top leg out. We're not going to be flipping and flopping on this one, so let's just stay on this side and do 10 more before we switch sides. Again, let's engage that core in 3, 2, and 1. Lift up for 1. Here's 2, 3. Here's 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Here's 10. All right, take a quick breather. I'm checking the time. All righty. We're going to switch sides. Take your time getting there. 2 sets of 10 on the left. Now 2 sets of 10 for the right. All right. Ooh. Let's go to where you can see me a little bit better. All right. Again, we've got the same setup. 90 degrees of hip flexion or bent right here. Knees are bent at 90 degrees as well. Stacked, stacked, and stacked. Core's engaged. Not roly-poly up here, okay? Here we go in 3, 2, and 1. 1, 2. Here's 3, 4, 5. Here's 6, 7, 8. Here's 9 and 10. So lower down. Stretch that top leg out. Give it a quick rest. Okay. So like I was saying earlier, you don't typically work one muscle group at a time. And with that being said, on our exercise classes on Tuesdays, we typically like to hit the big points. Arms, legs, and core. We're kind of iffy on core right now with me being pregnant. But we do, or I do what I can. The ladies always do so well. Yeah, we try to hit all the major muscle groups in that day. Okay, last set of 10. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4. Here's 5. Here's 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Bring it on down. All right, so we've done standing core, or not core, standing glute exercises. We've done on our back. We've done on our side. Now we're going to go hands and knees before we come back into standing. Okay? All right, so again, hands and knees. If you need to add some extra cushion, you could get like a rolled up towel and put it under your wrist, or lay out a blanket or a yoga mat here. We're not going to be in this position for too terribly long. But what we're going to do, we're going to do donkey kicks. Now, this is one that is fairly simple, but a way, or can be modified or advanced as well. So, but how we're going to do it today is just pretty simple. I'm going to scoot up, try to find I don't really like that angle, but whatever. Here we go. Okay, so let's start with kicking that right leg. And we're going to bring it up like this. And I'm going to try to get it to where, there we go. You can kind of see how my foot is flat, okay? So it's not like this, not pointed, it's flat, okay? And imagine that you're kicking the ceiling with that foot, that flat foot, or even imagine that your heel is doing it and really feel that glute kick in. Let's go for 2 sets of 10 on each leg, starting with the right. And ready, here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Here's 8, 9, and 10. So notice how I didn't come all the way down and back, down and back. We kept it about right here and just dipped down a little bit. Okay, so sorry, I meant to point that out before. Let's keep on with that right side. So if you need to sit up for a minute, stretch your wrists, and massage them out a little bit, feel free to do so. Take a quick pause here, quick breather, and let's work that right again. All right, here we go. Right leg up, and kick behind you, or up towards the ceiling, for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. All right, we're going to switch over to the left in just a second, but let's not stay on our wrists for too long. Let's massage those out. Give them a break. Catch your breath, whatever you need to do. All right, left leg is up, so I'm going to turn this way so that you guys can see. Okay, starting with 10 on the left. And 3, 2, and 1. 1, 2, 3. Here's 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Here's 9. Here's 10. Okay, so again, just reminding you that we're not doing this number here. You know, sometimes when we do that version of donkey kicks, we have a tendency of, really arching our back and creating bad posture. But keeping it here helps you to keep your posture and your spine in neutral a little bit easier. That's kind of what I found to work for me, at least. And a way to advance this, if you had ankle weights at home, you could always strap an ankle weight right here to your ankle. I've even seen where people put like a small dumbbell right there at their knee and hold that as they donkey kick backwards. Okay, here we go. In 3, 2, and 1. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, here's 7, 8, 9, here's 10. Sorry about that one. I think I went a little bit fast on that one. But finish up your 10 if I went too fast. I'm gonna tilt you guys back up. We have gone for 41 minutes. That's great. So what we're gonna do now, excuse me, is come up into standing. So catch your breath, take some sips of water. We have one exercise to do in standing, and then we come to our cool down. So just take your time getting back into standing, and I'll meet you there. I'm gonna take a quick peek at who's all here today. I didn't do that earlier. All right, great. Hey, Laura. Seeing some familiar name, Robin, Susan. Oh, all right. So the ladies that come on a regular basis to my exercise class are here today. So thanks you guys for coming. All right, coming into standing. I'm going to tilt you guys this way because we are going to use that wall there to do a beautiful wall sit. They're not the most favored by myself or really anybody else, but they are a good exercise to do. I'm going to bring you maybe right here. You can see me better when I'm over there. All right. I'm going to grab my phone because we're going to do it for time. And I'm going to use the timer on my phone. All right. So here we go. We are going to do, before I start the time, I'm just going to show you what it's going to look like. A wall sit. Hopefully you guys can see me okay. But what you do, so you could see me if Sadie wasn't right there. Okay, hopefully she moves on. But you're going to have a flat back against an open wall. That could be a door, a wall, whatever open space you can find at your house. And, okay, this is not working. Let's scoot over here. Over here. Okay, there we go. All right, so hopefully she'll stay. Oh no, here she comes. But what you're gonna do before I hit the timer is you're gonna slide down the wall until you've got about, I'm gonna shoot for 90 degrees. 90 degrees here at my knees and my hips. Now, this is a great one to modify. So you could do it deeper, or you could, kind of not sink down too much. Just find what works for you. So if you wanted to take it right here, or even up a notch, slide up the wall if that's too much for you. We are going to go for 45 seconds on this one of a wall sit. And with that being said, since we are doing it for time, if you need to take a pause, if you need to slide back up, catch your breath for a few seconds, then go back down, please feel free to do so. If you want to amp it up even more, you could always hold some weights out in front of you, whether that's a medicine ball or 2 dumbbells. Go ahead and do it if you feel up for that. All right, here we go. 3, 2, and 1. Sliding down the wall, walking your feet out. And let's hold it here. Core's nice and tight. Don't forget that core. So this one, you are going to be able to tell we're not only working the glutes, we're working the quads, the hamstrings, the core, and our calves. This is a really good total lower body exercise that, is great to do at home, at the gym. If you're not able to work out at home, if you have an office where you can take a break, you could do a wall sit at the office. So this one's a great one for that. All right, we're almost there. And 3, 2, and 1, slide back up. All right, that's a great one to end on. And like I said, we're going to come into our cool down now. So let's see, how long have we gone? 45 minutes of total exercise, not including our cool down. So that's great. You guys have done wonderful. And my husband keeps calling me, but he knows I have this class at this time. I don't know why he does that. Anyways, let's go into our cool down now. And we're just going to take it into a little march. You never want to just quit exercise completely. You want to allow your heart rate to come down slowly. You know, we don't want everyone to stop in the middle of your routine. Doing some little marches like this helps you to cool down and, again, allow that heart rate to come down slowly. So I really didn't say too much about your arms. I mentioned that I was going to say that during the whole routine, but I did. But you can certainly incorporate other body parts into this routine. Let's say you were doing squats. You could do overhead press when you came up from that squat. You could even do punches, you know, with small weights. Or, you know, when we are doing our lunges, you would hold a weight right here out in front of you. So there's all different ways to incorporate other body parts while you were doing these specific exercises. And again, we've been marching for a while. Let's go ahead and do some bottom kicks here, giving a little stretch to the front of our quad. But I chose these exercises because, one, you're able to do them anywhere, really. You know, you don't need much space at all to do these, and they're very beginner friendly, but also you can build upon them. You know, these are some very fundamental glute exercises that you're able to take with you throughout your exercise life, I guess you could say. All right, let's go ahead and just take a quick breather here. All right, great job, everybody. That's it for our workout, 48 minutes total, including our warm-up and cool down. You guys did awesome. My watch says 271 total calories burned, so that's what I like to see. Great job. All right, so let me check the chat box, see if we've got anything. Oh, thanks, Aurelis. Thanks, Susan. You guys are so nice. Thanks for coming. And I hope you all enjoyed it. Again, we have our Tuesday exercise class right now. Again, because I'm in Arizona, it's only 1:25 here. So we have it at about 3 o'clock, you guys' time, Eastern time, 3 to 4. And when daylight savings time occurs, we usually change it back because Arizona doesn't change. So then it goes to like an hour earlier. So anyways, I hope if you guys enjoyed this, you guys can come to the class. And usually at this time, we're all kind of chatting together. So this is kind of weird right now, me just talking to myself. But I hope you guys enjoyed it. And I'm glad we got to record it so that, you know, you can watch it later and kind of take these exercises, like I said, with you to the gym or at home, whatever or wherever you work out. All right, folks. So looks like everyone's wrapping it up. You're welcome, Hope. Thank you, Wendy. Great to have you guys. Didn't actually see you, but all right. I'll go ahead and end it, and you guys have a great rest of your week. All right. Bye, Aurelis.